Welcome back everybody. If you're watching us on YouTube, welcome to a brand new day, Road to TCG Worlds 2018. If you could leave a like on the video, it really helps out the channel. And today we're going to be using the Decidueye Zoroark with Max Potions. Now I did feature this deck in Spanish just today in the channel, Monday. If you're watching this on YouTube, then it's Tuesday. So I did want to review this deck in English, also because the deck I ended up using was the 12th place list from the European tournament, which did not feature Max Potions, and I do believe that the Max Potions version is actually a lot more common nowadays. So let's review that deck really quickly. And Purple Cliff on the chat, thank you so much for being here. He says he's really enjoying this deck. He tried the Evosoda the other day and liked it much better than only Rare Candy, which I definitely agree. Evosoda also gives you the option to bypass Poton, which is pretty important. And credit to this list does go to Igor Costa and Jimmy Penjarvis, who played the list to some okay finishes at the European tournament. So we have Decidueye with 240 HP, ability Feather Arrow. Once you're in your turn before you attack, you may put 2 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. Razor Leaf deals 90 damage, and Hollow Hunt allows you to choose 3 cards from your discard pile and put them back into your hand. So the main idea is to set up as many of these Decidueyes as possible. That gives you extra damage every single turn wherever you need it. And even though we're only running 2 Grass Energy and 4 double Colorless, so we won't be able to attack with Razor Leaf too much. Hollow Hunt is the special or the interesting attack here. Now aside from that, we have a 2/2 Zoroark line. Zoroark 210 HP, trade, we get to discard a card and draw 2 cards. And Righteous Beating does 20 damage for every Pokemon we have in play, up to 150 with a choice band, and then Decidueye allows us to finish off different Pokemon. So I like this combination. A 2/2 line feels very small when this is the deck's main attacker. But with Max Potion, unless you're up against something like Gardevoir or any sort of fighting deck, Zoroark should be able to live quite a long time. And then we have the whole devolution and spreading damage strategy. We have a single Tapu Koko for Flying Flip, we have an Espeon-EX to devolve, and we have 3 Tapu Lele-s, which can also be pretty good attackers in the deck. Now, supporters wise, we have 4 Sycamore, 4 and 2 Guzma and 2 Brigette. Super consistency cards right there. Only 2 Guzma could hurt, but we do have damage manipulation or damage placement rather wherever we wanted, so that's pretty important to take into account. Now for item cards, we have the 4 Ultra Ball, of course, 3 Evosoda, so lots of ways to search out our evolutions and Pokemon out. We have triple Rare Candy, triple Field Blower, triple Max Potion to make sure that our Pokemon live long enough, single Rescue Stretcher, single Special Charge, and 2 of each Choice Band and Float Stone. So this is the deck. Now let's go and try it out on the ladder, and we'll see how it goes. And some people on YouTube did mention that the snow after a while did get kind of annoying, so if you guys want me to turn off the snow, definitely let me know. It's completely up to you. It's like a nice little extra to this month we're doing, because it's December, it's the holidays, it's Christmas, etc. Okay, so we're off to a mulligan start against what seems to be Buzzle Garb, maybe. And snow is fine in your opinion. Thank you, Purple Cliff. I appreciate that. And okay, so we get a pretty bad start. Well, I guess it's not terrible. Going first helps. However, what do I want to start here? I don't even know. I think Espeon. I don't know what I'm up against, but I do need to save the Evosoda to get a Zoroark-GX. No Lele for us turn 1. the snow is cool. Okay, I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for that. Okay, it's actually a Mew and an Octiller. I mean a Remoraid. So, Mew seems like a decent option to include in a puzzle like a rock deck. There's a double Mew. This could actually be Passimian Mew. This could easily be Passimian Mew. And okay guys, thanks for the feedback. I'll actually leave this note then online. And I completely forgot to give out some free codes to start off the stream. So I'm gonna put 2 on the screen just in a second. Sunbreakers. Well, watching somebody test for Memphis kind of qualifies like testing for Memphis. We need a Delibird flying all over the screen. That actually sounds like a pretty fun idea, to have like a random Delibird just come up. Okay, so in the meantime guys, free codes for you guys. Thanks so much for being here. I really appreciate it. 2017 has been an amazing year. So this is a small way of me giving back to you guys for all your help. And if anyone on chat gets the codes, well, obviously someone on chat has to get the codes. Whoever gets it, you should post so that we know. Okay, so double Passimian on the bench. We get a Zoroark, we top deck a DC, so we can actually get a knockout this turn. Potentially on Remoraid. Brooklet Heal doesn't help us right now, but we can figure out our price cards with it. So 1 Dartrix, 1 Decidueye, 1 Lele, 1 Rare Candy, and 2 Ultra Ball. Wow, those are some pretty awful prices in terms of allowing us to search for more stuff. What's the card I want to trade for? Or trade away, rather. Team play. My opponent will need a 3rd Passimian and a choice band to knock me out with team play. If I take a knockout here, I will activate the counter energy. However, should I take the initiative? Okay, I should first trade away. I should definitely first trade. The grass? I'm not so sure trading away the grass is a great idea. I think the Max Potion makes more sense here. The grass could be important later on. We get another Rowlet, which is pretty cool. We get the DC. Well, we already had the DC. So I think we're gonna go after the Remoraid here. We could have gone after the Mew as well. And Joel, thank you so much for being here. Hauser, is this deck list posted? It's not posted on my channel currently, but again, I showed the list just a few minutes earlier, and I can showcase it after the game really quickly for you to see, and for you to take a screenshot. GD, hello, thank you so much for being here. And Real Productions, that's a pretty cool name. This is the first stream. Thank you so much for watching my videos. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. That's very kind of you. So Mew will deal 50 damage right now. 10 plus 60, 70 minus weakness. Okay. My opponent decides to go after a Rowlet, which is okay. We have the Rescue Stretcher. Our prize was an Ultra Ball, so we can actually draw some cards now. We can actually draw some cards, and we actually top deck Lele as well. So do I even want a Rescue Stretcher here, the Rowlet? Probably not, and it doesn't seem like we're gonna need Choice Band. So I'm gonna go ahead, Ultra Ball for Dartrix. We do want to set up a Decidueye. And Joel, yep, Memphis is standard indeed. Is Decidueye coming to the top tier? Well, a lot of the top players do like this deck. I'm not particularly fond of it. I don't think it can beat Gardevoir with a reliance on Zoroark as your main attacker. One Tapu Koko doesn't seem like it would be enough, but hey. A lot of people are hyping it up for sure. I should trade away one of the ends, perhaps, or the Koko, or the Float Stone, or the Field Blower, or the Lele. Probably the end. And okay, So my opponent hasn't been going for Brooklet Hill for more Passimian, so he might actually be out of Passimians. They might be priced. So we're just gonna trade. I mean, Bright is bidding here for another price card. Going after Mew the previous turn might have been a better choice though, just because now my opponent would not have this free retreater into a potential Passimian. Somebody played the Passimian new deck in your cup yesterday. He got eliminated from top 8 contention after he priced 3 of the monkeys in round 4 of 5. Well, that's pretty bad luck. You definitely need something like at least one Gladian here in order to compensate for potential pricing issues, but yeah, I can see how that would be absolutely terrible for him. Yeah, the Decidueye does seem strong at the moment. The issue is pairing it with Zoroark, I think, because there's a lot of anti-Zoroark as well right now. Boswell Lycanroc is doing well all over. Silvally is playing Fighting Memory. So, like, exclusively playing Fighting Memory. So there's all of that to take into account. And I generally think, despite Silvally Metal and stuff like that being prominent, it's not as simple as Gardevoir is just no longer that good, I think. Okay, so I like the fact that Counter Energy is as if you're playing 8 double colorless energy in this deck, although it goes against the theme of being aggressive, right? So we are able to get a Rowlet here. I can Ultra Ball for another basic Pokemon, and that way I will have a knockout on this 110 HP Passimian. I'm guessing I'm gonna go for another Zorua, or not. I should go for Lele for I mean, I went for Lele to try and target the Remoraid, but perhaps that's not the best idea. Yeah, let's just Sycamore here. Should have grabbed the Zorua. Definitely should have grabbed the Zorua, but that's fine. We get a Decidueye here. We actually do get a Decidueye. I can't even Max Potion away the damage, but I don't think I need to. All I need is to Ultra Ball for another Pokemon. So shouldn't have wasted the Lele like that, but it happens. It's not a big deal. It's really not a big deal. The 20 damage I will place on this particular Mew. I can trade away one of the Max Potions, I think. Max Potions don't seem that great here. And we get a pretty good combination of cards off of that. So I'll just Righteous Beating, deal 120 damage, get the knockout. We're looking to build another Decidueye here, and we get the Lele off of our prize cards. Wow, Halsal, thank you so much for the bits. That's very, very kind of you. Is Picabulu legit or just hype for Memphis? Well, I think Picabulu is actually in an okay position right now with like Tapu Bulu. Like there's energy. I mean, ability denial is at an all-time low, right? Presumably, because there's very few Garbo Toxin Carburetor decks, right? So that's a plus for Picabulu. And then with Clefairy, with Professor Kukui, with Tapu Koko GX, you might make the Gardevoir matchup not as bad. And then with a choice band, you're one-hit KOing Golisopets, you're one-hit KOing Zoroarks, you're one-hit KOing Silvally, you're one-hit KOing Celesteela. So there are a lot of Pokemon that are in very good range of Tapu Bulu, and it's actually not a terrible choice right now. I do think it's a legit option, and if you saw the picture I uploaded to my Instagram a few days back, I have the deck built, and it is one of the options I'm considering just because it is well positioned in a format where there's less Gardevoir potentially. Max Potions list this time indeed. Busgosu. Hello Panchotex. And Center, hello. Good luck in your exam. Good luck in your exam. I wish you the best of luck. And is Garde still a good pick for Memphis? Yes, Garde is a good pick for Memphis. Don't get me wrong. Garde, I think, will always be a good pick, no matter what tournament, at least until February. And I think the fact that it didn't win the tournament is actually good for it, just because it takes away a little bit of a little bit of light away from its spotlight it used to have. I'm gonna trade away the Lele here, hoping to get a Rare Candy. If I get a Rare Candy, this is going to be an amazing turn, but I don't get a Rare Candy, so that's fine. Well, I could trade again with Zoroark, although I think setting up the Dartrix makes more sense. And the 20 damage does feel a little bit wasted. However, I will Feather Arrow the other Mew. No, I'll go ahead and Feather Arrow the Rim right now. Maybe that's what I should have done the previous turn. I'm gonna retreat. I'm gonna go ahead and take a Bryce card with the Decidueye, and I'm gonna heal my Zoroark. That way I keep it healthy. And I'm just gonna Razor Leaf here. Am I going to play Garde for Memphis? Well, I usually don't decide. And there we go. the Rare Candy arrives a little bit too late. I don't know if I'm going to play Garde for Memphis, but I usually don't know what deck I'm going to play until like a day or two before the tournament. So I'm keeping my options open. I have 2 cups this weekend, which I will be using to try and practice with and try out different decks other than Gardevoir, because it is the deck that I've played the most with so far, or by far rather, this season. And depending on those results, I'll make a final decision then. Okay, so we see a Cobalion, we see potentially double Puzzle, but we're not weak to metal, so Cobalion shouldn't take a knockout here, right? 4 prizes, it's 150 damage plus a choice band 180, so he can't even knock out a Zoroark here. Counter Energy and Rescue Stretcher. However, if my opponent decides to attack with Mew here, we actually have the game won. If we can target down that Remoraid, which we should be able to, so this is game. Tablemon, though there's so much metal support in Sun and Moon 5, Garde is gaining the fairy damage swap Lele. You could almost throw in that and the Necrozma and become more control oriented. Yep, that is very true. Halsal, with the energy acceleration that Gardevoir provides, I wouldn't be surprised to see something like a Gardevoir deck with Tapu Lele and Necrozma as a way to try and play Gardevoir differently. But yeah, I mean, I guess the current version of Gardevoir will definitely be less strong, a lot less strong, and so Galeo is just gonna be the dominant archetype, I think. Okay, so let's find another game. Let us find another game, and in the meantime, I will give you guys another code from Crimson Invasion whilst we find an opponent. Here we go. Good luck to anyone who gets it. I hope you open up something good, or if you decide to keep it, you trade it for something really, really good. Don't play Greninja Brick again. Yeah, I won't be playing Greninja. That's the one deck I have not built, and I won't even be bringing my Greninja cards with me. So don't worry guys, I will not be playing Greninja again this season, I don't think so. Garde can take in a 1/1 weakness blocking Metagross. The weakness blocking is actually Solgaleo, not Metagross, but it could do that. However, the Sun and Moon Solgaleo GX just deals 230 damage straight up, so that's enough to outright take knockouts on Gardevoir's weakness or no weakness. So And I don't think taking a 1-1 stage 2 line is just that simple, because you're always struggling to get the Guardy line. Your bench is filled with like Vulpix and Octillery and Tapu Lele, so it's not exactly easy, I would say. Okay, we seem to be up against Volcanion. So this is going to be a tough match for sure. We're gonna need Tapu Koko. Wow, my opponent just starts with a natural Kiawe in his hand. And yeah, the upcoming set will be very interesting, I think. Very, very interesting. Okay, so we're gonna Lele for what? Okay, so no Guzma priced. There's one Sycamore priced. There's one Zorua priced. There's one Lele priced. The Koko is priced. Ugh. We really needed Koko here. One Max Potion is priced as well. And one DC. Wow. Those are some absolutely awful prices. Yeah, so I think Gardevoir will just need to adapt, but it won't necessarily be dead. Oh, one Zorua isn't priced. Oops. Never mind. I started the other Zorua. 1-1 Alolan Muk to block out Mime? Yeah, I mean, that could also work. So that Necrozma can definitely get the hit in, and Tapu Koko as well. Heavier Gallade as well could be important, because Soul Galio is actually terrible against Gallade, although it would need 3 Delmice on the bench, or 1 Kukui and 1 Delmice to actually get a one-hit KO with a neutral Galeo on the Gallade, so who knows, maybe we'll be seeing a switch to 3 Gallade, 2 Guardy decks or something like that. Okay, so I'm gonna touch the Float Stone. I'm definitely going to retreat into Tapu Lele, and I'm gonna pass here. Really wish I could have switched to Tapu Koko, but no luck there. What do I think of Cynthia? I think Cynthia is going to be a really good supporter card. It will probably end up being as staple as a 1-of, 2-of, maybe even 3-of, depending on the nature of your deck. Wow, we actually drew a pretty good hand off of the end. The Field Blower is not super important, however the Rare Candy, the Decidueye, and the Zoroark already is actually pretty good. So there's the Decidueye. Gonna evolve into this Zorua into Zoroark, just because I can attach Choice Band there. And I also, if I end up losing the Zoroark, I also don't lose the Float Stone, and I'm just going to end here. So yeah, Cynthia, a really, really good card, I think. Really, really good card. And okay, so off of the end, we did not hit the DC that we were hoping for. However, we can trade away the Brigette. Still no energy, however, we will Feather Arrow once on the Volcanion EX, and we're gonna pass for now. I wouldn't be surprised to see my opponent just Guzma up my Decidueye and knock it out. I really wouldn't be surprised. There's the Lele, so potentially finding Guzma here. Yep, there's the Guzma. So goodbye Decidueye. Now we really need a DC here. There's a Turtonator. Energy to a Turtonator is actually very scary. And 2 prices down for my opponent. Evosoda is not bad here, just because I can double trade now. And double trading is always better than single trading. So I'm going to end My opponent down to 4 cards from the 6 he already had. We do find a TCG. We even find double Evosoda and another Rowlet and Dartrix. Evosoda and Dartrix and another Rowlet. So some pretty good cards, and I generally think the easiest card to trade away here is the Grass Energy. Just because we won't, we definitely won't be attacking with the Decidueye in this particular matchup. Choice Band was the one card we really wanted to hit that we haven't yet. So I think I'm gonna trade away my Lele here. And no Choice Band, okay. No Choice Band, which hurts a little bit, but we're gonna Righteous Beating for 120. We can potentially get double the Decidueye going to get a knockout on this Volcanion and then get another hit on something else. Wouldn't be surprised to see Ultra Roll for Lele for Guzma into a Dartrix knockout with a Volk. There's the Lele. There is the Lele. Oh, Acerola. Wow. That's an interesting card. That's a card you don't see often in Volcanion for sure. Acerola, huh. He gets the energy to steam up, but he only has 1 steam up right now. Max Potions could now come into play actually. They could definitely come into play now, and getting rid of this Special Charge is actually going to hurt a lot. I have to Sycamore it away. Now the Turtonator is the big threat here. And we top deck a Decidueye. Joe Bro, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much. That's very, very kind of you. Thank you so much. You are awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm gonna Evosoda into the other Decidueye. That way I get 40 damage extra on the board, and I think I'm gonna not discard my Special Charge. I'm just gonna try to draw enough resources with trade. I do find a first Guzma. I think I'm gonna trade away the Sycamore here, and I do believe I need to get the first hit in on that Turtonator. So the Rescue Stretcher doesn't actually help me here. So what I can do is take the initiative on this Turtonator, but that's gonna leave me with a heavily damaged Zoroark. So what's the play here? I think I really need another TC, so I think I'm gonna go after the Volk-EX. Thank you so much, Joe Bro. Wonder Attack Games, hello, thank you for being here. And really, you have no idea how much I appreciate it, Joe Bro. Okay, so we're gonna double Feather Arrow onto the Turtonator. My opponent has 2 cards in hand, one of which we know, I think, is a Fire Energy. So essentially only 1 real card here. And we're gonna Righteous Beating. We're gonna get 120 damage in. And we have a 2-hit KO on the Volk, and then we can Feather Arrow the Turtonator to set it up for a knockout. And after that, my opponent doesn't have too many threats available to him. So it all depends on, can he draw Guzma easily. And if he draws Guzma, our Zoroark survives, which I think is very important. Okay, wow, there's 65 of you here. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. Okay, so energy on Lele, that implies Guzma. The Max Elixir does hit. That's probably the card my opponent top deck, and he just draw passes. Okay, perfect, absolutely perfect for us. So now we're gonna double trade first. We're gonna trade away the Sycamore once again. So we're hoping for Rare Candy. Rare Candy would be amazing, or Guzma. Guzma is actually the also pretty good card that we were hoping for. I can probably end up trading away the Rescue Stretcher now. I think that's a card I can afford to Rescue Stretcher, or maybe the Decidueye actually. Because I can just Rescue Stretcher back to the Decidueye immediately, and I could use it for other stuff. Okay, how many? I need both Feather Arrows on the Turtonator for a knockout, correct? Yeah. But yeah, we are actually pretty okay here, guys. Pretty okay. My opponent doesn't threaten my Zoroark with anything. I'm gonna double Feather Arrow onto the Turtonator. Double Feather Arrow onto the Turtonator. And we're gonna hit for 120. That means 200 total damage and a knockout. So getting the Guzma was pretty fortunate for sure. We get Sycamore and Koko off of our prize cards. We have the Max Potions. We have the Field Blower. Maybe I should have retreated into this Zoroark, and then I could Max Potion away all the damage from this one. Well, we're in a pretty good spot here, honestly. And we have 16 cards left in our deck, and there are 2 rare candies left. We're gonna be drawing 5 cards next turn, and if we really wanted to, we could actually just Sycamore to try to find the rare candy, and we could Rescue Stretcher to put back both Decidueye's back to get the triple Decidueye in order to knock out the Volcanion. My opponent has 2 cards. 2 cards in his hand, and decides to power up the Lele's. He knows that Volcanion is going to be my primary target here. So I'm gonna trade away the Koko, and I'm going to oops, this is not trade. I'm going to trade away 1 Field Blower, and we get more energy. So I'm not too preoccupied here. Okay, I think I'm definitely going to Ultra Ball for the last Dartrix, which I know is in the deck. I do want to keep a Field Blower, so I'm gonna get rid of the Sycamore. There's a Dartrix, so we do have 1 Field Blower. We have 2 Rare Candy, 2 Ultra Ball. Okay, so I think this turn should be where there's no point of return for my opponent. I'm gonna Field Blower away his Fighting Fury Belt. Then I'm going to Feather Arrow once on the Volk, and I'm going to Feather Arrow once on the Volk-EX, and that should be the game, because this way I believe we've created an unwinnable situation for my opponent. So I take a knockout here. I go down to 3 prize cards. No matter where that Volcanion EX goes, we can double Feather Arrow to knock it out, and then we can Rescue Stretcher back the 3rd Decidueye, and that 3rd Decidueye can just place the last 20 damage to either make it so that we one-hit KO this Volcanion, or that we one-hit KO either of the Tapu Lele. So we should be good here. Have you thought about living in another country, city ever? Yes, it's something I've thought about a lot throughout my whole life, and perhaps in the future, in the near future, I will be moving to another city or country, but who knows? Probably won't happen until 2019 if it does happen, but so far things are looking good. Rescue Stretcher, put back the Decidueye, and this makes it so that my opponent has no chance thanks to the Choice Band. My opponent says we have a good deck. So yeah, Feather Arrow once on the Lele. My opponent's deck just completely bricked for him, which is definitely unfortunate. Then we double Feather Arrow. We double Feather Arrow, take the knockouts, and then finally we can just retreat and deal 150 damage with Righteous Beating for the win. So there we go. There we go. GG to my opponent. This deck is definitely working pretty solidly for us. And let's find another match, shall we? Let's find another match. Oh yeah, I should show the deck. You guys are correct. I forgot to showcase the deck. I will showcase the deck really quickly after all these animations. Here's the deck, so you can screenshot it. And I guess I'll give out a code in the meantime. Whilst we end up finding a match, I'm gonna give out a Crimson Invasion code now. So be on the lookout for that in just a second. Are we good with the list? Let's go back to ladder. Let's click play. And here's another code. Thank you guys so much for your support. 2017 has been an incredible year. And it wouldn't be possible without you guys. So this is a very small way of giving back to you guys. Have you ever tried Zoroark and Gardevoir together? I tried Zoroark as a 1-1 line in Gardevoir replacing Octillery, and I was not a fan. It just, with heavy Gallade in Gardevoir now, well, 2 Gallades in Gardevoir, it just makes it so that instead of using Guzma to knock out your Octillery, they're using Guzma to knock out Zoroark and drawing 2 prizes, which is actually awful. And wow, this hand reminds me of the hand I got in game 3 of the finals in the Oceania International Championship. I don't like this deck more than Zoroark Golisopod just because of the potential clunkiness that this deck offers. However, it is definitely a very solid deck, and wow, that's actually an okay top deck. That is a very okay top deck. I mean, that's an okay mulligan, I guess. You thought that the Decidueye Zoroark would be a little clunky, but it's working really nice. Yeah, it has been working really nice. Definitely has been working really nice. I mean, my opponent's deck bricked really bad the previous game. I think if he would have been able to cope, or to keep getting some like more Pokemon down and stuff, it wouldn't have been as straightforward as it seemed to be. Okay, now all we need is to top deck either an Ultra Ball, a Lele, or a Brigette, but my opponent goes for an N, so never mind, our hand is about to change. Ruben, hello, thank you so much for being here. Zoroark told Brigette a zero stop that makes Golisopod Zoroark so good. Could work, I guess, with Garde. Well, I mean, Garde is a stage 2 and would require Rare Candy. It's not like Golisopod takes up 5 spots in the deck. If you wanted to play Zoroark in that style with Gardevoir, how thin of a Gardevoir line would you play? Would you play Gallade? How many energy? Because Gardevoir needs a lot of energy in order to do well, and Zoroark is like the complete opposite. It's very efficient, and wow, my opponent decides to just concede. So the Rowlets were too intimidating for him. The Rowlets were just too much for my opponent to handle, I guess. And we had a no-gay hand after the end. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad either. It was actually very similar to a hand we had before. So let's just find another match and see how we do. So yeah, guys, if all goes well, I should also be streaming. Well, actually, perhaps I won't be able to stream tomorrow. Well, maybe I will, because one person changed the time, so maybe I'll have a short window to stream. Okay, I was just writing down the new time for the person who wanted coaching. He changed the time. So I might have like a 2-hour window to stream tomorrow. A level 71 Rowlet is no joke. Okay, so our hand is actually pretty good. Let's hope my opponent doesn't end me. Okay. Yeah, I mean, and we immediately get end. I mean, some people were saying Gardevoir Zoroark was an interesting way to play the deck. I don't know. It seems like there's not much synergy with them. Hello Merida, thank you for being here. And second image. Okay, so we're in a little bit of trouble. This hand is actually not great. We don't know what we're up against. We actually do not know what we are up against. I mean, other than a Guzma deck, I mean. Do I wanna Ultra Ball here? Probably yes. Get rid of Field Blower and Guzma. And grab another Rowlet. Yeah, I think I like that. You love the Decidueye, the only problem is that it's not as consistent as other decks out there. Yeah, I agree. I had been getting some pretty good starts, however, I don't think it's that common. And yeah, we are up against Colorless Garb, which I think is also kind of okay positioned here. My opponent goes for the Guzma, and he goes for the DC onto the Koko. So no grass to take a knockout. However, he does remove, or yeah, from my active spot, my own Koko. And if I go for a Brigette here, if I go for a Brigette, I'm actually in trouble. So I think I'm gonna not Brigette. I don't want too much damage on my Pokemon. I really need an energy. Or a Float Stone, but I get neither. I can, however, Rare Candy Decidueye here, which is not bad. And I do have Evosoda to get potentially Zoroark-GX next turn. The issue is, how do I deal with this Koko now? How on earth am I going to deal with this Tapu Koko? Okay, I'm gonna try to Feather Arrow the Trubbish before it becomes a Garb. And I think I'm just gonna pass for now. Yeah, I mean, Zoroark in Gardevoir is not terrible, it's just not that great, I think. Like, I don't see too much of an advantage to running it. Wow, my opponent actually chooses to go for non-Garbotoxin Garb. There's another flying flip by my opponent. Get a Guzma, where we could use it to stall on the Guzma and force my opponent to burn up another Guzma. Definitely want Zoroark-GX here though. Okay, so what card do we trade away? The Choice Band or the Rowlet? I think the Rowlet. Choice Band could still be very useful here to knock out Tapu Lele-s. And we get an N. I guess I'll play the Choice Band, and I will end here. And oof, close. My opponent sends a heart here. We do have double Decidueye now though, going for us, which is pretty cool. And I already used Trade. I don't want to play the DC, I don't think, because there's a big chance that my opponent just has how would you say it? My opponent simply has enhanced hammers in his list, so I think I'm gonna leave it there. That Garbodor can potentially go down. I can go for Lele Guzma next turn if the last Guzma is available. Double Golisopod. There's the energy on Golisopod. And there's the Garb. So my opponent realizes he's probably going to lose the Garb this turn. However, we do have the Max Potion to just completely negate all the damage my opponent just did. So the question is, do we have the other Guzma? And yes, we do. Okay, that's pretty cool. So we are going to Guzma, and we are going to bring up the Golisopod with no energy. I could also bring up the Lele. I don't think that's a good idea. And I will attach a choice band. I will do this. I will heal my Decidueye. And no more Trubbish means we don't have to worry about Garb too much. We double Feather Arrow the Garb, and then we spread, and then we're good. Robin Curtis, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you watching my videos. That's very, very kind of you. Thank you so much. Very kind of you. And thank you for the follow as well. Thank you to all the new followers. Okay, so we see another Guzma on the Decidueye. So first impression for 120, that's not that big a deal, I don't think. Okay, so I'm gonna trade away what? The Rowlet, I think? Well, no, probably the Rare Candy, because I still have Dartrix. And I get Lele and DC, so I can retreat here. I definitely can retreat. And I can Lele for a Guzma. I mean, not a Guzma, an N or a Sycamore rather, that seems better. So I'm gonna touch that, I'm gonna play the Lele, I'm gonna grab a Sycamore here. Don't wanna end my opponent to more cards than he already has. So it turns out it didn't matter which we discarded, we were going to discard both anyways. And no Float Stone, however we do get a Max Potion, which is pretty cool. Okay, so let's Feather Arrow first. Who do we Feather Arrow? Probably the Koko. We just want to get rid of the Koko as soon as possible. And then we do have the Devolution on the two Golisopods, or Knockouts with Zoroark, I think. So that works. That works out. My Max Potion away my Decidueye. Rescue Stretcher is not needed at the moment, so we can just Flying Flip here and get more damage in on my opponent's Pokemon. And then this Koko is now 2 Feather Arrows away from getting knocked out once again. Did you believe this deck you're testing now will give Guardian Max Potion a run for its money? No. The genuine answer is no. Double Gallade seems really good, and 4 Max Potion just means any residual damage you do deal, it's not going to stick, probably. So we do see a Field Blower removing both choice bands. That's completely fine by me. We see an Armor Press for a knockout, so my opponent is reducing 20 damage here. So can I actually take a knockout on this Golisopod? 120, 100, 170, I can. I actually can. All I need is another basic Pokemon, which I can immediately Rescue Stretcher here. Get back the Rowlet. And things are looking pretty good. So 120 minus 20 is 100, plus the 70 Golisopod already has. That's 170 plus 2 Feather Arrows. That's a 1-hit. Well, it's not a 1-hit KO, I guess. It's a KO. I still have trade as well. So do I want to end? I hadn't even considered that. My opponent has 6 cards, he has 5 prizes. I think I just Righteous Beating here. I just Righteous Beating for the perfect, absolutely perfect knockouts. There's a Grass and a Zorua. Do you think spread with the Decidueye Zorua is better than straight Decidueye Zorua? Well, spread, we only have one Tapu Koko to spread here, so it's not like we're dedicated to spreading. Spreading definitely has a lot of merit. However, I think the deck is very solid as is right now. Okay, so there's the Enhanced Hammer I was talking about, and there's the N. So now we have 3 DCs in the discard pile, which is not ideal. However, the residual damage we have placed on Tapu Koko is going to be pretty important, and we get very, very lucky as we draw the Special Charge from our hand and the Max Potion. So it was pretty much one of the most perfect 3-card ends we could have hoped for. So we're gonna put back 2 DCs. We are going to Max Potion away the damage. And then we are going to end here. Yeah, Armor Press would have reduced the damage by 20, so that's why I needed the double Feather Arrow. And wow, pretty lucky. This Decidueye has a Dartrix. This Decidueye doesn't have a Dartrix. Okay, so the first thing I do is take my prize card with Tapu Koko. Then I decide what I trade for, or what card I trade away. Yeah, my draws have been insane today. I agree, my draws have been absolutely insane. I don't have a choice band, so I actually can't take a knockout on this Golisopet here. I could have taken a knockout with double Feather Arrow and the DC, but I really wanted to get rid of the Koko here. And yeah, maybe it was a mistake. I only just realized. I will trade away the Float Stone. Yeah, the Float Stone seems fine. And we have triple Feather Arrow next turn, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 item cards in our discard pile. So that could be a problem. Yeah, probably should have taken the knockout on Golisopet. Probably should have just spread out the damage and taken a knockout here, but hey, it happens. Definitely did not consider that. We're gonna see a Lele 4 and a Zorola. Yeah, I should have knocked out the Golisopet. That was my bad. I'm sorry, guys. That was definitely my bad. There's the Zorola. I don't think that's gonna let my opponent just come back into the game. If he gets a knockout here with this Trubbish, maybe. Double Trubbish, another Wimpod, Float Stone, Choice Band. So 150 damage. Yeah, I definitely messed up. I definitely messed up here, guys. 3 cards in my opponent's hand. Definitely messed up the previous turn. So I'm gonna trade the Rare Candy, and then okay, so triple Feather Arrow plus 120, that's 30 short of the knockout, and both of our choice bands are in the discard pile. So could this potentially cost us the game? There's 1 grass left still. My opponent has 3 cards in hand. He has played 4 N, 1 Sycamore, 1 Acerola, and 1 Guzma. So I think double Feather Arrow on the Golisopet makes sense, and hitting for 120. That way, if my opponent doesn't set up Garbutoxin, we actually have a knockout. And then the other Feather Arrow probably goes to the Trubbish with the Float Stone. And then I already traded. I don't want to roll away the DC. I think I want to keep the DC alive. So I'm gonna Righteous Beating. CJ man, yeah, viewer battles are Fridays and Saturdays. So these couple of days, like Monday through Thursday, I try to stream, and then I grind the ladder, and then those videos, I mean those games, I upload to the channel, and there's a victory. So my opponent was that ring. Those videos I upload to YouTube, and that way I cover both platforms. But on Fridays and Saturdays is when I do is when I do viewer battles. So let me give out another code as a thank you for your guys' support. Thank you so much. Here's a Crimson Invasion code. Good luck to whoever gets it. There we go. And so with this, we will finish off the Decidueye Zoroark video. The deck ended up working out really, really well. I misplayed that last turn. I should have just knocked out the Golisopod. That would have been the better call. But I was just too focused on Tapu Koko. But thankfully it ended up working out for us in the end. So if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and if you can leave a like on the video, it really helps out the channel. And you're live with me right now. Don't go anywhere. I will be right back with Buzzwell Zoroark.